Welcome to the Thin Blue Line Outdoors Podcast.
This pig came barreling.
Just ended up puking last night. It sucked.
Whoa! Ah! We gut it, we wrap it in tinfoil, throw it over the fire.
All right, everyone, it's Thin Blue Line Outdoors Podcast, episode I don't know. This is the first podcast coming back from the bear hunt. I am here with Ryan, the Redcoat.
Whoop.
It is, where are we at? End of July? We're getting mid-July. Mid-July. Ryan came down. We're going to do a little content day, trying to work on some projects, film some stuff. And we are now just leaving Dominant Strands, the bow shop in Rushville, Illinois. We met with Lewis at the Illinois Deer Classic earlier this year. Had a great time with him. You know, he already did a string for me. Now he's done a string for Ryan, and he's working on my recurve string. So, yeah, we were pretty excited about that.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome. As Boom said there, yeah, when we met him at the Deer Classic, top guy, isn't he? Top guy.
Yep.
He's one of them people that you meet first time, but you feel like you've known him forever. You think I can hang out with this guy. He's a stand-up guy. We met him at the Deer Convention. We were talking. I know you and Jesse bought a bow release back then, and I seen your strings that you recently got done, and I thought,
Little black and blue action.
Black and blue looks really good. Quality was awesome. Customer service fantastic. And he looks after us, so we really appreciate that. But it was about that time I needed some anyway for the crossbow. You seen the crossbow looking a little bit frayed, but I think it was year 3 last season.
Yep.
So every 2-3 years you want to get them. If you didn't know, you want to get your strings changed out at least every 2-3 years, keep it sharp. So that's what I did today. First time I got to see his shop. Fantastic little setup, great customer service, and the beauty of it is we got to film, watch and record the whole process, and that's something that I've never seen before. So that learning journey, that adventure just keeps on continuing, mate.
Oh yeah, 100%. And Lewis was great to us, and we're proud to say this will be our first time we're actually saying it. But Dominant Strands is going to come on board and be our official bowstring for the channel. Not everybody has it on their bows yet, but that'll be coming. But a whole bunch of us have already got it done, and now Ryan just got it done. And yeah, we're happy to have them on board. He's a veteran-owned company. He's a veteran. He employs several veterans to work for him, and he takes care of his own, and we can get behind that. And honestly, he's just overall great guy. I learned more and more. It would be my third time talking to him in person like this, and I learn something new every time, and just good storyteller, just great guy, very knowledgeable when it comes to his craft. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good partnership.
You know what I found interesting there, Boom, was when he was talking about, we asked him about where did the name come from, and he talked about how bows and all of that, and the hunting was in his DNA, and that's where the name sort of evolved from. And I love that story, so I was really appreciative of him telling us that, giving us a little insight into it. But as you said, veteran owned, and more importantly, made in the USA as well. Everything that he does is made in the USA. Ex-US serviceman himself, and he'll do it for you there and then. So fantastic, absolutely loved it. Great start to our day, and as you said, we've got a lot of things to do today. But
yep. So now this, I don't know when exactly I'm going to publish this podcast, and you guys can probably hear we are driving while we're recording this, because again, we got a busy day and we're trying to get as much stuff done as we can. So that's why we're not in studio right now. But again, yeah, great guy, great partnership and all that stuff. But now we got to get to work. Do a couple things here. Ryan and Kyle and Jesse, they are helping me out more and more with the content creation side anymore. And by the time I put this out, you've probably seen maybe 2 videos each, maybe even 3 from each content creator. And those 3, they're really helping me out, so I can focus on more of the long form content and our merchandise. I've come leaps and bounds this year with merchandise, but we got a long ways to go still. We're just trying to grow this brand and see how big we can get it. But a part of that content creation, though, exercise or Ryan trying to learn the process, is we got to go over some stuff when we get back to the farm. We'll teach them how to take the content, edit it for TikToks, Instagram, and all that stuff. And it's just a process.
It's a process. I'm excited to learn. Though it's something that I've always wanted to learn. I was nervous, I was anxious, intimidated. Actually, I see your content that you're pushing out, and I think you do some really good stuff, and every year, every video almost, I can see you're getting better and better. So I was a little bit intimidated, but I spent a good few hours the other night making a few TikToks, and I think I ended up getting about 6 or 7 TikToks done, and I was happy with them. Obviously, I hope to sort of follow in your footsteps, start off small, and then work my way up to the more bigger stuff. But brought the laptop and that external hard drive today, so I've got 1 or 2 things that I want you to teach me. I'm open, I'm willing to learn, and I'm hoping that we can sort of get them things settled today, because with the 2 or 3 things I'm thinking of, I think it'll really help me.
And I'm excited for that. Also, Ryan's got a new toy, so we're gonna film some content with that. He showed me it this morning. Super impressed by it. He's gonna get me to spend my money and get one myself. I was already thinking about it, and now he shows me that. But Ryan, if you want to go ahead and talk about your new toy.
Yeah, I got a new toy. I'm excited for it myself. At the brand, we are always thinking, how can we get better? How can we be different? What can we bring to our subscribers, to our viewers, that's going to really be impactful? So, one of the things, and I've always wanted one, it's a DJI Mini 3 Pro. So it's a drone I ordered about 3 weeks ago, and absolutely love it so far. I just think it's going to take the content into the next sort of generation. We're always evolving and expanding, and I think that's going to really help us. So we're going to give it a little fly out today. We're going to do a few test runs on a few different videos and a few different techniques the drone can do. I've got loads of visions for the upcoming season. Now, obviously, here in Illinois, you can't use drones to hunt. So I'm going to make the most of the drone in the off season, scouting new places to put tree stands or food plots and stuff like that. I want to get some good footage, a lot of B-roll footage as well for the channel that we can introduce into the videos throughout the year. One thing that, correct me if I'm wrong, once I have tagged my deer, field dressed my deer, and I'm actually dragging it out, I'm then able to record on the drone. So again, the drone's got a cool feature where it can follow. So I just vision me driving on the quads and the deer pulling behind and the drone following us. So I can be hands-free, a little bit more cleaner when it comes to editing and video production as well. So hopefully the viewers will like it and appreciate, that view that maybe other channels don't have.
Nope, 100%. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Ryan's really, you've really upgraded your equipment this year. So, Ryan, I use Ryan actually an example a lot for filming hunts with GoPros, because I gotta, we've gained more and more team members, and honestly, GoPro, if you're kind of new to filming hunts and all that stuff, a GoPro is an easy option to go. You hit the record button, it turns on and starts recording. And I prefer the DJI. That's what Action Cam, that's what I use and Kyle uses, but it's the same thing. It goes from, it's completely off, I hit record, it turns on and starts recording. So both GoPro and the Action Cam, they're just super easy for newbie hunters and some of these, or newbie guys filming their hunts. And I tell the guys all the time when they're like, well, I don't know if a GoPro is good enough. I'm like, go watch Ryan's hunts. And Ryan eventually added a second GoPro to get a second angle. And I'm like, Ryan I really believe you do the best you can with the GoPro. Yes, there's limitations, but I feel like you're squeezing every bit you can out of the GoPros.
Yeah, and you really can't go wrong with it, especially for newbie hunters, beginning hunters and all that. 4K video, as you say, you click a button, it turns on, it turns off. Not to say I haven't had issues with it, not to say that I can't get better, because I really do believe I can. There's been times when I've missed the actual kill shot, where I've got everything leading up to it, but the kill shot itself is missing.
He struggled with that last year for some weird reason.
Yeah, I just don't know what it was, and everything was perfect. I had the hunter view, I had the field view, and then 1 or 2 steps and it's off screen. It is difficult to do though when you're self-filming. For those that want to get into self-filming, what you'll learn really quickly is you've got to do 10 things at once, but you've got to do it like a ghost, because you're doing 10 things at once, but you try and be as prepared as you possibly can before your game steps in front of you. But as everyone who hunts knows, game can pop up at any minute, and it can pop up from anywhere, and it probably will pop up when you least expect it. So again, you're trying to do hit record on that at the same time you're trying to draw your weapon and this, that, the other. So you are going to run into issues like that. A couple of other issues that I'll speak about really quick. I struggled last year with the temperature. We had really low temperatures last winter through deer season, and it was probably my worst season of filming. Every time I switched the GoPro on, it would switch itself off saying temperature too cold. I ran into some other issues with the SD card several times last year. I'm ready, I'm filming, I'm rolling, and then I get an error message on screen talking about SD card error. So that's not good. So what did I do? I bought the Enduro batteries from GoPro. So all my GoPros now are installed with the Enduro batteries, which is supposed to be good for colder temperatures, and they're supposed to last a little bit longer. So that's how I counteracted the weather. I also just upgraded, a bit of an expensive upgrade, but all my GoPros, the drone, and my new Canon camera,
DSLR camera, does pictures and video. Video is only 1080p, if I believe. I don't think you said.
Yeah, I think it's a Canon EO5 60D.
Yeah, if I remember right when I looked it up, because Ryan had questions about it. It does 1080p, which it's not 4K quality, but the big thing Ryan was missing in his footage was the distance. The animal to be out there too far on the GoPro. It's an action cam, we can't zoom in. Well, now he can zoom in and get right on that, and he'll still have his GoPros rolling too. Yeah,
and that was another downfall. Yeah, you're absolutely right with the GoPros. Everything in front here, even wide angle shots are really good on the GoPro, and the 4K quality is fantastic. The one thing that I noticed about your hunts is that even in quiet times, when you were seeing animals at a distance, you were able to film them and incorporate them into your shots. I wasn't able to do that, and there was plenty of times when, last year, dude, we had a giant, and I know he was a giant because we were seeing him from about 500-600 yards away. And when he popped out, mate, he was huge. and I just thought, man, if I had a good camera, we could get right in there, and film it. So I'm excited about that. I do believe it is a Canon EO5 60D. And that'll be coming as well this year, the Enduro batteries. I do need to get a waterproof, weatherproof, heatproof cover for the camera, because I don't want the new Canon suffering from any sort of cold or any issues like that. But I did put a 256 gigabyte. Hey, there's that hitchhiker.
He's made some distance.
He's made some distance. But anyway, I do want to get that because I don't want any issues running into that. But I did put a 256 gigabyte Samsung Endurance Pro in that one. As I say, I've got the 128 megs in all my GoPros now, so hopefully I won't have no SD issues this year. I do want to buy a good tree arm for the camera as well this year. Got the drone added to the collection. It's been an expensive year, and I'm blaming you.
That's fair. I deserve a lot of blame.
No, but in all seriousness though, I want this to work as much as the next man. And you have got to. My dad always used to say you've got to speculate to accumulate. You can't expect to get anything back if you're not investing in it.
Correct.
So I just see it as like it's a hobby that we love to do, and especially with the channel now taking place. If I want to do it, I want to do the best job I can, like everything else I do. I want to put me all into it, and you buy once, cry once. You get good gear, you get good content, and it works out well.
Yep, 100%. Everything that Ryan said's correct. We're having a blast. We're trying to go into this season a little bit more serious, I guess you can say, and we're still gonna have. If you ever hunted with us or watching our videos, we're not very serious people. But I guess we're trying to go into each hunt and everything with more. An idea of what we want to film, how we want to film it. One thing that Ryan's going to be able to do now too, like B-roll clips. And Ryan would always give me some B-roll clips, but you're limited on what kind of B-roll clips you can get with a GoPro. Yeah. But now you can zoom in with that new Canon camera, get some B-roll clips, and it's going to be higher producing story and content now, which is going to be awesome. The last thing we got to do today, like I said, we're on our way home now, or to the farm. We're going to, other than him working on some content. We're also going to film me spraying the food plot. You know, if, as you guys may or may not know, here in Central Illinois, you know, we went through a drought there about a month ago.
Oh yeah.
A lot of food plots are struggling. I did not, between the food plot, between the bear hunt, and then I had some mower issues, I had not mowed my food plot at all, which it became overgrown with weeds. But luckily I had a good underbase of clover still. So I just mowed it a few days ago. Today Ryan and I are going to spray it with some clethodim. That should kill a lot of the grasses and get that clover to really pop up. And then later on this spring, if I need to mow again, or I'm sorry, this summer, if I need to mow again, I will. If spot spray if I need to, and then I'll either reseed, or I'll definitely reseed some clover, but I also might either throw some winter rye or turnips or something for deer season. I know last year, I can tell you right now, I did not have enough clover in that field. Deer ate it clean during late like December going into January.
So did you expand your plot this year?
So yes, a little bit, not a lot. Originally what I wanted to do, and again, we just got too busy, I really would like to turn that plot actually into a grain plot. And then I have an opening a little bit farther to the east, northeast. I would like to make that a green plot, so I have green and grain. I just haven't got there yet, you know. I'm busy doing other stuff. But I did expand the green plot some, so hopefully that will extend the deer there a little bit more. And we'll see what happens going on with that. But one thing I want to kind of talk about, and I might do a podcast a little bit more in depth. Jesse kind of wants to do it, so I'll get him on and do this. But Ryan and I can talk about it some as well. You know, like I hinted to earlier, we're really trying to take this brand to the next level. You know, we think we're getting to that point now where it's becoming more than just a little hobby that I'm doing on the side. You know, we got a team of over 10 guys now. You know, 90% of them are something to do with law enforcement. I got a good group of core team members in Ryan, Kyle, Jesse, and Nate, who are taking some responsibilities and taking some of the pressure off my back so I can start focusing on some other things. And I alluded to this earlier as well. But, you know, they're going to be doing some content creation, most of those guys. Nate is helping me more on the marketing side, you know, and we're to the point now where we're going to start reaching out to some people, see how we can grow this brand, make some good connections. But as we reach out, people should know, you know, you get what you get. We're not going to change. You know, no matter if this ends up being nothing and just ends up being a hobby that we love to do, or if this turns into a big brand one day, you don't have to worry about us changing. We're just, you know, a bunch of good old boys essentially, who happen to have a badge and a gun and also like to hunt. And we'll never get to a point where we're shooting or showing products that we don't use. You know, like before we made this connection with Dominant Strands, you know, I had already shot his strands his strings for a couple weeks to test them out before Ryan and Austin went and got strings for him. You know, we had made a connection with the guy months ago in the springtime. Really got to know him, and then that's when we decided, hey, we might as well, this is a perfect match. We might as well help each other out. You know, Rat Getter Scents. You know, Ryan saw them on socials, reached out to him. We found out this guy's a retired Leo. You know, he's in the law enforcement family. It makes sense. You know, you're not gonna see us partner up with people that doesn't make sense to partner up with.
He worked in fire as well, didn't he?
Huh?
He worked
in fire too. He has that going against him, you know.
Yeah.
But
we love you. We love you.
Yeah.
No,
And
that's
we do
awesome.
have a firefighter on the team, so we got Ray Vogel. So you know,
we're men of service.
yeah,
We're
you know,
men of pride.
so we're not all, you know, blue line guys. You know, we'll let some fire guys in. You know, join the cool club.
Yeah, someone's got to.
Yeah, we feel sorry for him, really. But anyway, man.
No, but I think it's safe to say that the team probably, if not by the beginning of this season, by the end of, we'll all be on shooting Dominant Strings, I'd say.
Oh yeah, yep. I would agree. Again, we're just super happy with this relationship we're building now, and yeah, we're super pumped for deer season. I guess before we get off this podcast, we kind of break down what we have coming so far this season. Number one, hopefully you guys will see a trailer here soon. I am working on a series from our last year hunts. As you guys may or may not know, what I like to do is we do, semi live is what they're called on the YouTube world, but we do vlogs during deer season that are usually only a week or two behind the actual hunt. So you're not seeing a complete live deal, but it's pretty close. Like when Ryan killed that deer on opening weekend, I had it out that next Friday. And I'm just, so it was only like 5 days old or something like that, so about as live as I can do it. But obviously when I do that, I don't have a lot of time to spend editing. So I'm trying to do this new series now. I think we settled on the name. It's going to be called Striving, because we're all striving for something, especially when we go to the woods, whether or not you're striving for meat, you're striving for trying to get a buck you've been chasing for 3 years, you're striving to come back from an injury. In Kyle's case, we're always striving for something. It might be just striving for a cool experience, but I think that's what would be the series name. And I am working on all the hunts right now, breaking them down. I can tell you, first hunt is going to be Ryan's opening weekend doe. You're going to see some content that I did not put in the first vlog, some footage, some scenes that Ryan recorded. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I learned a couple new editing tricks.
Seen it.
So
I'm excited. I can't wait for that to come out. I'm really excited. And I know you've got a big British following. I don't know whether you know.
I do have, actually. I know, and when I go to analytics, I can see some European listeners.
Shout out to all the Scousers following a fellow Scouser, wishing the best. But we're excited about the new series up and coming. As you said, you picked up a few new tricks. Dude, you're picking up new tricks every time, and I just think you're getting stronger and stronger. So I'm excited for the the well refined, the full version to the video, and I think the public will like it too. But saying that, if you haven't, get back and watch the bear hunt video that's just released is unbelievable, and I'm surprised. I thought it would have had a lot more views than it has. So get back. Even my first Illinois turkey, Tom, male turkey, guys, get back and watch, because listen, we're trying our best and we can't do it without the fans. Like, share, subscribe, watch the content, give us feedback. We're open for it.
Oh yes, 100%.
Like, if we're missing something that you'd like to see or you want, listen, we're new to the game, but we're here to stay, and we're here to learn, and we're here to listen, and we want to build a community of hunters and outdoorsmen and nature lovers. Give us feedback. Watch the videos, send us a message, leave a comment, just so we can get better.
100%. And then if you pay attention to any of the socials, I'm pretty good about getting back to you. If you see you leave a comment, I usually leave you a comment back. If you send me a DM, I usually comment pretty quickly back to you. I don't leave people on red very often, so you leave me a comment, you'll be hearing back from, if not me, you'll be hearing back from one of these other guys. So these other guys have access now too, so somebody will be getting a hold of you. But anyway, yeah, so right now we're working on the Striving series, and then after that we're gonna have the month of September. I don't have a name for the month of September yet, but we're gonna be pretty much to build up for October deer season. We're going to have a month of shorts and TikToks all about our past hunts. So every day it'll be a new hunt with, myself or one of the other team members. And in that 1 minute clip, we'll break down a hunt. And that'll be every single day in the month of September. Awesome. So check that out on, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, whatever. You'll be able to find it. It'll be on all of that. And then after that, man, October 1st, deer season.
Yeah. I've got a bit of prep work to do on the property that I hunt as well. Got a vision, 2 new tree stands. Maybe they'll both go up, maybe they won't. But overall, in general, this year, there's only going to be me primarily hunting the new plot of land that we've got. My brother will be out for a couple of weeks as well with me hunting. So I think the thing is we need to focus on 2. So I want to put a lot of prep work into the 2 main stands that we're going to be hunting, a lot of weeds whacking, a lot of trail creation, try and get some seed down there. As I say, it's not my property, so there's only so much I can do, but whatever I can do, I'll be ready for it as well. And I think it might be nice mentioning something different. Like, we're usually used to hunting private property, but as you know, the redneck moved up to Wisconsin. He crossed the border into the Darkland.
He did.
And he's got some plans to get out and do some public land hunting and some scouting. Yep. So I'm excited to follow his journey on, because he's starting new, starting fresh.
Same.
So I want to see, you know, how he's doing, where he's going, how he's seeing things, spotting things, putting up, you know, his climber, scouting. I'm really excited, because new state, new properties. So wish him the best.
Yeah, the redneck and redcoat are breaking up a little bit. They're still going to hunt together from time to time, but it won't be as often as they used to be. But we wish Jesse all the luck up there. You know, he's still part of the team. He's still going to be and he's even, not only is he part of the team, like I said, he's taking a step into even more deeper role of the team, and he's going to be doing a lot of the content creation for us, and posting stuff on socials. So I plan on having Jesse coming on and talking about a lot of this. So pretty excited for that.
It's going to be a journey. And I'm excited to see, because he's starting from scratch.
Yep.
And I want to see how he's going to build up and scout and, you know, eventually get that Wisconsin buck. And, you know, Wisconsin's known for giants as well. So.
100%. So, we're excited for deer season. Like I said, you'll see some prep work videos coming up. You'll see some videos from today. And we are super excited. Ron, you have anything else you think we should discuss on this podcast?
I just want to finish it off and just, you know, thanks to everyone that's liked and subscribed to the channel since we started. Thanks to everyone that's given us support and given us, you know, feedback or constructive criticism along the way. Do us a favour, give us a like, give us a share, you know, tell your friends about us. You know, we're just a group of guys, public servants. We're just trying to, you know, show that, you know, there's personality, there's humans in us as well. You know, we're not just robots, and, you know, we are here to serve, but we're just trying to get out there. We're trying to make a name for ourselves in the outdoor world. And if you haven't already, get out. Get out, start off, get out hiking, see what nature's got to offer. You know, we always encourage people that good for your mental health, and, you know, you get to see some really cool stuff when you get out there. So whenever you get a chance, get out there. Don't be afraid to do so. Never ever be scared to try something new. This is new for me. I'm still young pup in this game. You know, Boo's been doing it all his life, but anyone at any age can get into something. So whatever your heart's in, whatever your passion is, get out and do it. Don't be afraid to do it.
All right, thanks guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. Again, shout out to Dominant Strands. Check them out. Check us out. See ya. Bye.